Fire signs. Welcome back. This is your 222 portal reading. So I hope you're doing well. I hope this finds you well. I am going to just hop right in. I'm going to try to make this a shorter reading, but we'll see what happens. I have some of my angel cards here. So let's see. We'll start off with 3 cards, angel messages, going into this weekend and seeing what is up for you, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries for this 222 portal. Let's see. It'll be a 6th day in numerology. Harmony. Go for it. I like... Oh, this card has been coming out quite a bit. Go for it. And there are these like lynxes up in the tree. She's an angel with purple wings riding a unicorn, but there are lynxes in the trees. So maybe some cat energy, some independence, some maybe going off into a fantasy world. I don't know. Okay. And then we have confidence. I love this for fire signs. She's just chilling. Definitely picking up on purples. I'm getting this fantasy kind of like play, imagination, spark of creativity, taking care of yourself, feeling really good. Moving forward does not necessarily require you have to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. You can also substitute that with the universe, whatever works for you. Lean upon us, the angels, if your confidence wavers. There we go. Thank you. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. You're getting out there. Let your past go. There's definitely move forward. Moving forward are the first words in this confidence spiel down here. And let your past go. The burdens of carting your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and the love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. There has been a general theme over the past few weeks while I've been diving back into giving these readings. There's that play card on the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of transformative energy, and it's been happening for a while. Like a lot of the things, the lessons that you've been learning, they're not like, I think there are some brand new parts of it, some new aha moments that are really like making things really click overall. But you guys have been working on things for a long time. Picking out some angel cards. We have peace. Pick out 3 of these. Thank you, angels and guides, for letting this message be clear. I do really like this energy. There's surrender. It's like the let your past go. Also, like just having a bit more fun and honesty. All right, I'm gonna dive right into tarot. See what's going on here. I'm going to use my cat deck, and then I'm going to use the traditional Rider-Waite to clarify. Been having some fun switching that up lately, and then we'll just see where this reading takes us. But I have been feeling, I'm starting to tune into energies before I go into the readings, and I've been working through my own stuff the past few days, so I haven't necessarily had these big like messages come through. But before starting, definitely the word like renewal was coming up. You could have been resting the past few days or doing things to rejuvenate for yourself, whether you've been working or literally taking breaks, taking naps, just focusing on self, house cleaning, whatever it might be. I do feel like we're, as fire signs, in a bit of an exciting and weird limbo at the moment, where there's this transformation, this transition stage. And I think that you've graduated in a certain sense from the past. And you are making clear choices to release, to end things. Could be where the honesty comes in. Maybe you're having to speak your truth with some people or some places or situations. And then there's also this excitement about moving forward, but knowing that you can't just like shoot out the gate right now. Like there's this weird limbo feeling that I've been feeling, and I'm feeling it in this reading and for this collective. I love fire. I love the fire signs. So let's check it out. Also, it's incredibly gorgeous here where I live. It's in the 70s, and we're still in winter technically. And this next week, it's supposed to get up to like 79 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's like 29 or 30 degrees Celsius. I'm getting better at all of that translation, but anyway, yeah, That will clarify. Excuse me. I'm not going to speak on that yet. It'll come to me in a little bit more clear terms. Okay, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Wands upright. You literally could be ending portions of your career or work that have not been bringing you the most like joy or you could just literally be taking a break at the moment and doing like the housework, the cleaning, the resting, the taking the nap. Something in the immediate future, there's the Sun in reverse. It is this weird limbo energy. Obviously, take what messages resonate. If this is not your reading, don't make it. There are others, and I plan on doing new moon readings. The Piscean new moon is in a week from now, and I plan on doing new moon reading for every single sign. So that's coming next. So this is just for fire signs at the moment. And your current advice is the 3 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, it's like really truly just being in this present moment, knowing that you're in a void, and void of course moon is coming to my mind. I'm not sure if there is a void of course moon today. We've been in a Scorpio moon for I think the past day and a half or 2 days. So as it transitions from Scorpio into Sagittarius, we'll probably go through another void of course. We are in the Mercury retrograde shadow and the Venus retrograde shadow. There's a lot of energy that's about to move into retrograde, meaning like move backwards. And that usually freaks a lot of people out. I am here to tell you about the benefits of Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde, because actually there's really easy ways to work with retrograde energy that bring results that are very, very nice. They're very nice, honey. There's also a walking away from, shit. Not exactly. Man. Excuse me. So I thought that I was translating the 8 of Cups upright, like walking away from situations that emotionally are draining or that bring you down emotionally, or just there's no like feeling there anymore. There's not passion there anymore, but it's actually 8 of Cups in reverse. So I apologize. And that's the thing too with this like limbo movement or this void that we're in, just like truly like being in the present moment is really going to be helpful for you. And focusing on like the mundane kind of not so fun things, but having fun while doing it, like cleaning the house. I was doing a lot of house cleaning earlier today. I was doing most random stuff earlier today. but I was also having music playing in the background, and it was just so nice. And I was chuckling to Spirit, saying like, well, I didn't think that my day was going to take this kind of a turn, but I didn't see this coming at all, but I was really enjoying what I was doing. And it's something I don't do ever. So we do have 3 8s on the board. We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 8 of Wands upright. We have the 8 of Cups in reverse. We also have the Sun in reverse. Womp womp. And we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. The upright cards so far, we do have the Queen of Wands. And this is in your environment around you. So this could actually be a coming back together at the moment. You could be getting communication from friends and people that are actually like really good for you. But there's also energy present even in those relationships at the moment that isn't super good for you. So, for example, I currently am trying to abstain from drinking alcohol, doing an amazing job of no marijuana, which is technically in my past known to be my vice. Just being fully transparent, because I'm an Aries and we do that. And it feels really good. Like I feel incredible around that. But I have had some wine and I've had some beer lately. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't even classify it as getting drunk, you know? But even still, it's been just like draining my energy. Like I had 2 beers the other night, or I went and had 1 wine tasting and had a nice buzz. But like, it totally threw off my routine. In the evening, like my evening routine was just like down the drain. And that's usually when I do a lot of self-care things, especially a lot of physical self-care and a lot of meditation. And those things just went down the toilet, flushed out, like didn't do it. I also woke up the next day feeling like my emotions were really out of whack. And I have really good friendships that are like incredible friendships. Sorry, story time, but this is a message for you. And this pertains to this reading. And I am very aware that with some of these relationships, no matter how hard I try to hold boundaries around no drinking, it comes up and I end up giving in. There's one particular friendship of mine that like this person's a gem and really important in my life, and I've had a friendship for over a decade. Like I'm not like walking away from this. This is not like let the past go at all. But that being said, I did get a message today that was like, I'm over here having a glass of wine thinking of you. What are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then there was like a picture of the glass of wine. So I feel as though what this is saying, especially with this 8 of Wands in the current moment and this 8 of Cups in reverse with a Queen of Wands in the environment around you, is that there's also like some fiery, fun friendships that you have. But maybe you, like me, are really trying to shift some energies. And like in my case, this friend is also trying to shift those energies, but having, I would say, a harder time doing it. Definitely always succumbs. And I find that I jump on that fun, fiery bandwagon with this friend because they're also a fire sign, and we know fire signs love to have some fun together. But I'm feeling like the fun that needs to happen is in the doing what you need to do, like going for it and having confidence in play, but also like letting your past go. So there's, again, this weird transition kind of vibe, this weird void of course kind of feel. We're in the shadow period of the retrogrades. We're in between the full moon a week ago and the new moon in a week. You know, we're at that waxing quarter moon, waning quarter moon. I don't know. This, of course, again, Does not have to resonate. Like, you can go right off and go to another reading if this isn't speaking to you. But I'm seeing, like, really honoring yourself at this time, doing what you need to do, and going for it, but, like, just don't do anything that's going to cause you to be in a funk the next day. That's Sun in reverse. I know, sometimes I overshare. I'm not, like, telling you all the details, right? Just trying to give examples that I've lived through to help. Because, yeah, then we want to avoid this tower moment. There is an avoidance of a tower moment here in hopes and fears. Meaning it's in the hopes and fears position. This is my tried and true layout that I always do in readings. So you're having like a divine invitation at the moment rather than a divine intervention. Spirit is speaking very clearly to you. Your intuition is speaking very clearly to you. You know what you want. You know it's not exactly time to like make everything happen. There's a bit of... There's wonky energy up ahead with the retrogrades. Yes, if you try and move forward in retrograde period, it's not going to work. Or it might work temporarily, but changes are going to have to happen. The way that you can move forward smoothly in a retrograde is by going back. And that sounds counterintuitive, but any type of retrograde, right? So if it's a Mercury retrograde, it's around communication and information being in like transportation. So your car, travel, transportation of information. So like mail, things getting lost in the mail or taking way longer or super long lines at the post office. I don't know. That's just an example. In communication, there can be a lot of misunderstandings during a Mercury retrograde. If you're just like doing your normal kind of forward movement, like routine, this is what I do, that's where these blocks, and this is where the energy gets wonky. And that's why people hate Mercury retrograde or have all this like bleh around it. Same thing with Venus retrograde, except take all of those things, except it's like things around love, value, appreciation, money, because money is value, beauty and appreciation and love, and all of those types of things. If you, during these next like 3 months, for the Venus retrograde, 3 months, it's only going to be for the next 2 months or so for the Mercury retrograde, because I'm including shadow periods in this, okay? This definitely needed to come up in this reading. I really hope that this is helping. So if you try to move forward in those areas, communication, information, transportation of things, including yourself or other things, love, beauty, value, appreciation, things are going to get weird. And that's why people freak out when they hear retrograde coming. Here's how to work with it. You have to go back to move forward smoothly. And this is what I mean. Whenever things are in retrograde, they're literally, it's an optical illusion. It's not like the planets are literally going, oh, we're moving backwards in the sky now. No, it's from our viewpoint on Earth, they appear to be moving backwards. Think of it this way. When you're in the back seat of a car and you're like a passenger in a car and someone else is driving, okay? You're in the back seat. You're on the freeway. You know that the car is moving forward. You never reverse on the freeway, hopefully. As you're looking out the window, enjoying the sights, hopefully they're nice. Sometimes they're not. there are cars also on the freeway, all moving forward. Ideally. All moving forward. And as you look out the window, you see a car next to the car that you're in, but it actually looks like it's moving backwards because you're in a car that's moving at a faster rate moving forward. So there's an optical illusion that happens that makes it appear as though the car is moving backwards, even though it's still facing forward. So that's what's happening when we're looking at the sky during a retrograde period. It appears as though the planet is moving backward, but it's moving either at a slower rate in its orbit or, oh God, that's way too much science for right now. I don't even know all of that. I would need to really study all that. Ugh. So here is the trick. During a retrograde, focus on verbs, actions that you can take, verbs, and words that start literally with the letters R-E, if you're in English, although I'm pretty sure this is applicable in Spanish for the most part too. My brain has not translated that yet or gone into that depth either. More studying I need to do. So, review, rethink, reorganize things, reconnect with people that you haven't talked to in a long time. Oh my God, that's one of my favorite parts about Mercury retrograde is all of a sudden you start hearing from all of these people that are real, friends and family that you haven't caught up with in a while. It's crazy. You might also hear from exes too, just checking in on you. How you doing? Whether they're trying to get back together or not. Often they're not. They're just, maybe you still have a good relationship. It's crazy how often I hear from exes during a retrograde period. Rest, read, rejuvenate, reorganize things. I know I said that one already. Reconcile, re-examine. This is an opportunity whenever there's a retrograde period that you're able to go back to tie up loose ends or to finish things that weren't finished, or that even if you did them in the past and maybe they didn't work out the way that you wanted to in the past. Maybe if something fell through, or it ended poorly, or it just kind of was forgotten about. If you have any of those types of things in your past, which we all do, we all have things that didn't work out at some point. And we just left it there. Or we just kind of left it unfinished. Or it ended badly. Or there's an idea you had for a business and you've already put all this time and effort into it and it didn't work. But it's such a good concept and it could work still. Mercury retrograde, especially, and Venus retrograde, if it applies to the love and the value and the beauty and the money and the if it's something you've done before, if it's a haircut you've done before and you love it, I didn't have, whatever. No, I'm not going into another story about myself right now. Going back and retry, even literally with Venus retrograde, that relationship from the past that just it wasn't the right time, but you guys were really great together. Or you had a business idea that could bring in a lot of value to yourself financially, to your satisfaction, but it's also a service and it could bring a lot of value to other people. And it didn't work and it's still good and you've still got that spark of interest and passion in you. Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, this is the time to go back because it could actually work this time and it's not brand new. It's when we're moving forward with the brand new things during the Mercury retrograde or the Venus retrograde that it fails, or it doesn't entirely fail, but your mind is going to change about it. There's something about if you commit to a new thing during a Mercury retrograde or a Venus retrograde, or heck, any retrograde, it just depends on the characteristics of that planet that's going retrograde that you have to tune into. If you try and it's the first time, during those retrograde periods, it's bound to shift. Your mind's going to change about it. It's just straight up not going to stick. There's something about it that won't work. So that's what I mean by, in a retrograde period, the key is to go back, to move forward. You're kind of like circumventing, is that the right word? You're kind of like moving around these obstacles that the retrograde period presents if you do things the same way you always do them. So you're being invited, especially with all that info about the retrogrades, to avoid a tower moment. This cat looks so gnar, but that's the tower. That's the cat falling out of the tower. This is the cat going like, oh, thank you. Oh, hallelujah. I didn't fall. Joking, but I mean, you can take it that way. So what's the outcome here? That's why I was feeling renew, as the word renew kept coming up, as I'm like, that's the only energy I was picking up on. So the outcome is the Three of Cups. Celebration. Spending time with people that you love. Play, go for it, have confidence, but let your past go. So there's things around it that you need to do differently. You can't do it the same way. Or like you can't move forward in the same projection that you would through a non-retrograde period, if that makes sense. So there has to be looking back to how you could retry something that you tried in the past that you knew could work, but it wasn't the right time for it. Yeah, I feel like you guys have really gone through a meditation phase. The fire signs I'm speaking to, they're still here with me. This is definitely around like being able to allow yourself to take a break and to not focus on the forward movement at the moment. So this is all about this portal that we're stepping through. And again, 2/22/2025 should equal a 6. It should be a 6-day because today is a 4-day. So if it's a 6-day, it's all about harmony. It's about peace. Whoa, peace and surrendering. But being honest in the communication so that you can avoid a tower moment. And many of you recently even might have been getting ideas on how to rest and rejuvenate and or meditate or heal in new ways. And if those are things you used to focus on in the past, meditation, working on your healing, all of this energy that I'm picking up on, then as you move forward into this retrograde motion, because the retrograde is a week from now. The Venus retrograde is on March 1st. And the Mercury retrograde, I think it's March 12th. It's sometime between March 12th and March 15th. I can't remember the exact date in the moment. But we're already in the shadow periods of both. And the shadow periods mean that that energy, we're going over those degrees that the retrograde is going to go back over and then go back over again. So there's a shadow period, there's a pre-shadow period to a retrograde, there's a retrograde period, and then there's a after retrograde shadow period. It's a lot of info. We want to make sure that you're feeling strong. We have the Strength card in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Man, I wanted this to be a shorter reading. I don't know. I think my readings are just around the 30-minute to 40-minute mark. I'll really try to get some shorter ones in, but like this is kind of my vibe. I'll really try to shift that. It would behoove me to retry some shorter readings as we go into the retrogrades. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all the options and ways that the symbolism is speaking to me so that I can give you the messages that you might need. Yes. I'm going to just quickly do a little clarifying here. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, death cards, transformation around your work. Some of you are literally like have also already quit a job or left a mode of work behind that you just aren't passionate around anymore. And you're really like spending time communicating with yourself, communicating with your guides around what makes you feel strong, what you feel passionate about, what you want to move forward with. We have the Strength card clarifying the 8 of Wands. There's also strength in your communication if you can focus on re-establishing, another R-E word, re-establishing your boundaries with people, especially these friendships, because there is a lot of like play and the 3 of Cups here kind of energy. And another fire sign in your environment that's like coming back in to your communication or your like everyday life kind of thing. We have the King of Pentacles clarifying that Sun in reverse. So yeah, it also could be the focusing on like the housework. Not so fun. But it's a very 3D, you know, it's good for everything. To just make sure the house is in order. We're pre-spring here. You could be doing some spring cleaning. And with the Sun in reverse, you know, clarifying, like, you might have to do some of the, like, the pulling of the weeds in the yard, you know, or the, like, the not so fun things. Like, us fire signs are not super stoked around all that stuff. But you're being asked to make it fun. Put on music. Maybe have people around you that you really enjoy that are also willing to like help you out. Some of you could be moving as well. And so having fun people around you to help you with that move. I think a lot of us could be tempted right now to do the easy, fun thing. To not hold strong with your boundaries or with your priorities at the moment. And especially around other people that we really like to be around. Just saying. So if you can commit to yourself, you avoid a lot of feelings of being maybe manipulated by others that could cause a tower moment. Feelings of feeling dissatisfied after not holding certain boundaries. 3333 was on the clock when I said that. Feeling like you might get some backlash. Literally, like almost karmically or spiritually. There is a bit of a warning in this reading that if you disregard the shifts that you know that are in your best interest, that you are actually currently making, you're already living in a new way. If you go, oh, I can partake in that just for this weekend. No, tower moment. Sun in reverse. 4 of Cups. Queen of Swords in reverse. Magician in reverse. A little bit of a warning. Because as a heavy fire sign human being, I've found that when I fail and go back into modes that just don't serve me anymore, it's usually because and I'm heavy in water as well. It's usually because there's a bit of like an emotional extreme happening. Either I'm very stressed out or processing really like low vibration energies. And so I succumb to temptation to like ease it, but it makes it worse in the long run. Or on the complete opposite polar end, I'm literally so stoked on what's happening and so excited that I feel like, yeah, I can celebrate. I deserve this fun. I can do this just this weekend. And then I'm left in the same kind of like bleh slump and not feeling good afterwards. So yeah, so if you disregard the advice in these messages, if this applies for you, it just leads to more imbalance and it's going to take longer to reach your goals. We're going to finish it. I'm just going to pull one last card and that's it. From the Sacred Traveler deck. I've been reorganizing. I'm already feeling all the retrograde feels, so I'm working with the energies already. And reorganizing is one of my favorite things to do during retrograde period. It's like going through old paperwork, throwing things out that have just been sitting in the pile for a while or in the closet, hidden, or whatever it is, donating clothes, like getting rid of things, making space. You're definitely being asked to let go of your past and to have confidence in yourself while doing it. You're protected by angels. You are cherished by the angels. Because I can't let go of my fire signs just that quick. Protected by angels. You are blessed. Immense blessings from above are showering over your life. The angelic realm is only a thought away. Angelic intervention is available to you at all times. Simply be open and you will feel their presence. This is the time to spread your wings and soar. You are so protected and so safe. Sometimes it might seem that you can't see the road ahead, but have faith that by your side are shimmering angels supporting and guiding you in unseen ways. Watch for their signs, especially in the form of feathers. There is a sacred plan for your life. Your life is guided. The angelic message is that you are going in the right direction and everything is unfolding exactly as it should be. When you receive this card, it can also mean that you are an angelic healing force for others because the light within you is so bright. Oh, that's so great. And then look up Lynx energy, cat energy. But I was saying in the beginning, there's a bit of an independence. So you can go your own way. Go your own way. Bye.